Hey everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. If you're new here or you haven't already, please consider subscribing and helping us feed a hungry hippo. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up as you're listening. If you want to learn more about reselling or just network and connect and make new reseller friends, you can join us over on our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. There's a link in the description box where you can just search for us. Today we're going to be looking at what sold on Poshmark in the month of January. This is the third month in a row. I am excited to tell you I actually had to just pick out the highlights of our sales. There was a time when Poshmark was our lowest selling platform, and I would show you every single item that sold and still, not be here that long. However, we've changed some of our processes in the way we're listing and sharing Poshmark in the beginning of the year, and now we're selling a lot. And I just picked out the highlights, but you can see all the tabs up here. There's still a bunch to show you, but there's a lot to show you that I'm really excited about. Items that sell on Poshmark will sell for more than they do on eBay. In addition to that, the buyer pays the shipping. So even if you're giving them a shipping discount, there's, and only paying $5.99 for shipping, they're still paying the shipping, and you're losing $1 something for the discount. But they pay the shipping. They pay more. They're willing to pay up. Better selling higher end brands will sell better on Poshmark as well. Their buyers have a mentality of buying more quality and luxury brands and spending a little bit more money. I like their return system as well because there are no returns. Buyer's remorse doesn't fit. All of those aren't returns. I really like this platform. I've had a love-hate relationship with Poshmark since 2018. It was always more of a set it and forget it kind of platform. And if I get an extra sale, it's extra money. But now it's doing so well. It's matching our eBay, not quite in volume, although the volume on Posh is doing really well. Not quite in volume. eBay still does more volume than any of our other platforms. But because people spend more on Poshmark, the overall profits are about to overtake our eBay. It's crazy. So let's jump on in here. We're going to look at all the plush first. This guy sold for $8. So on eBay, that would have been about $18 because he is over a pound. So I would have put calculated shipping on him. And they would have paid anywhere from $8 to $10, depending where they're at in the country, because he's a little heavy. I did let him go for $8 on Poshmark because the buyer pays the shipping and because he doesn't work. So this plush would be worth a lot more if he had been in pristine working condition, which he wasn't. You can see I disclosed that. El Toro talks, but he does not move. So he's supposed to dance and move and do all this cute stuff. Mine just kind of stood there and made this whirring noise as he was trying to move and he talked. But he was still really cute. So I did list him anyway. I sell broken electronic plushes all the time. You just have to disclose it and let them know what they're getting and then take that into account when you price him. This is a Domo plush with nerd glasses and a bow tie. This guy has been up, I can tell from the picture here, since Florida. He's probably been up since, I want to say he went up in September or October. So that's not that long, guys, in Plush World. Plush is long tail. There's been a lot of interest in him, though. Macari and eBay and Poshmark daily had likers I was sending offers to. I guess no one just wanted to pull the trigger and buy him, but someone finally did. He sold for $12. And a Build-A-Bear yellow lab. So again, this is something on eBay I would have had up for $12 plus shipping. So buyer would have paid shipping on this. If I had listed it on Macari, I would have put it up for $22 free shipping. I don't use Macari's shipping. I don't like it. It's too expensive. It's too convoluted. It's a pain in the butt. I like to use Pirate Ship. Their discounts are really good. I love Pirate Ship prices. So when I list stuff on Macari that has calculated shipping on it on eBay, I just add $10. They could live closer. They could live further. That just seems like a good number. So this would have went for, I probably would have taken a best offer. So this is something that would have sold on Macari for like $20 or eBay for 10 to 12 with shipping paid by the buyer. So selling it for 12 on Poshmark is completely acceptable. And I don't ship anything in poly bags on Poshmark. I use all free supplies because they provide prepaid priority shipping labels. I use free priority shipping supplies from the USPS. At the end of the day, your bottom line, every penny you can save absolutely counts. So if you can use free supplies, use them. For larger items, bundles, I use free USPS shoe boxes or large mailing boxes. And then for clothing and smaller plush, I use the padded flats. Here's a Beanie Buddy. This is Flippy the fish. So he's a first class weight. Super cute. I mean, this is like, is there a picture of his face? He was really cute. Look how cute he is. And he's pretty. Anyway, this would have been a $12 free ship sale on eBay. So selling for $12 on Poshmark, again, you make a little bit more money, like I said in the beginning. And this is a bundle that a buyer purchased. I did accept an offer of $58 in total for the bundle. As you can see, J. Crew is a decent brand. These are some linen shorts. But Ruby Red and Ann Taylor and Arizona Jeans, those are pretty meh brands. High-end poop, low-end bread and butter maybe, but mostly poop. The Ruby Red is something that we've had, I mean, for a very long time. We got it for 99 cents. It had tags on it. It's not a brand that I would ever really pick up. The new with tags for 99 cents, the exception is I do pick up most things for that price if they're new with tags. But Ruby Red's not a great brand, and that item has been around for 3 years, maybe even 4. This is an older cardigan we've had for quite some time, and it's Ann Taylor. And then this is definitely poop. This has been sitting around for a long time, and I just really wanted to move these 4 older items out. And $58 for the 4 items, you know, we still made $46.40. They paid the shipping. We shipped it in a box. So this was a good deal. Ideally, and I did mention this in my what sold on eBay video this week, ideally, when you are trying to get rid of your older items, bundles are the way to do it. And you really hope that people make these bundles. And, you know, you can take a little bit lower than you normally would if it's stuff that you want to move. Aeropostale low-rise jean shorts. These pictures are hideous. This is a really older listing. Sold for $14. I would grab these again, by the way. I do stock up on booty shorts every year, and I get them for 99 cents, so I'm not that picky about the brand. If they're jean shorts, they're booty shorts, and they're at least a mall brand or bread and butter, I'll buy them all. I'll buy an entire rack sometimes, just all of them off of there. And most will sell from 12 to 18, and sometimes you get brands that sell for a little bit more. Here's a Hartwell Vintage Fishing Windbreaker. So vintage fishing shirts in general do good. Of course, you've got Columbia and other brands that do better. Hartwell's okay. But this was like a pullover and not a button front, and it has pockets and stuff, and it was only 99 cents. So we decided to try it. It sold for $23. Jennifer Lopez. You want to use JLo as a keyword too. I like her jeans. I think they're a solid bread and butter brand, but I would not ever recommend getting them for more than $1.50 or $2 at the most for your cost of goods. I, of course, pay 99 cents for mine. Also, these are plus size, which is definitely a plus when you're deciding whether or not to purchase something. JLo jeans sell fast. They don't sell for a lot, but they sell fast. Anytime I get really small sizes or plus sizes of the JLo jeans, they sell within a week or 2 of being listed. And these are pull-on as well. So they're meant to be comfortable. They sold for $22. Michael Kors men's silk tie. Let me tell you all about some ties. We used to do really good with ties. If you're a longtime viewer, you may remember there were a few years there where we were just picking up huge wholesale boxes of ties. Lots of ties. There were several like yard sales we went to where they would have like a whole table full of ties, and we would say, we'll take them all, you know, and get them for like 10 cents a piece. And we would sell ties regularly. They stand pretty like much sent out one a day when we had a lot listed. Then 2020 happened, shut down. Most people were working from home. A lot of people still haven't returned to the office. Ties have just been really, really slow ever since COVID. And now we still have all these ties in our store. It's ridiculous. But for some reason, we sold a lot of ties since the beginning of this year. I think just one by one by themselves, we've sold 3 or 4 on Posh, a couple on Macari, and then just yesterday we sold a lot of 9 ties to one buyer on eBay, which you'll see next week. But all of a sudden, ties are making a comeback. I don't know. Maybe people are going to job interviews. I make myself laugh, even if I don't make you guys laugh. I think I'm funny. People are finally going back to work 3 years later. Okay, True Religion t-shirt. I like t-shirts that are well-known jean brands. You're not going to get the jean prices for them, but they have a high sell-through rate and they sell pretty quickly. True Religion, Lucky, Women's Made Well, and Cut from the Cloth. Those kinds of t-shirts and shirts do sell quickly because the brands are recognizable, but you're going to get, t-shirt prices for them. Of course, this would have sold for like 17 or 18 on eBay. Silver jeans, $24. And that sounds low, especially when I'm always complaining to you guys, don't sell your silver. But you know what? On eBay, that would have been a $32 sale. I would not sell them for $24 on eBay because I need the shipping built in to $32. And on eBay at current market value, silver jeans, I start them at $40 and I consistently sell them on $30 and $35 best offers, somewhere between $30 and $40. You're not going to really get $40 for them anymore because people were turds and raced to the bottom. But I start mine at $40 to give myself room to run those sales and do those offers. But you're really only going to get $30 to $40 on eBay, and that's with free shipping built into the price. If you are charging your buyers $8 shipping, you're probably going to get $22 to $30 for your jeans on eBay, and then you get the $8 for the shipping. I hope all that makes sense, the math part of it. Let me know if you have questions. So yeah, the equivalency of these on eBay, would be either you're selling them with $8 ship, or you're selling them for $32 free ship. Also, if you're not just doing a flat $8 fee in your jeans, you should be, because if you're doing any less than that, you're not doing yourself a service. Don't forget, I know this is a Posh video, but I just want to impress this upon you because I had a conversation with someone yesterday who didn't know this and was, I think, losing money. But eBay charges a fee on your shipping. So whether you do free shipping like we do or you charge shipping, the total amount of the sale is what your final value fees are taken out of. So if you are, even say you're shipping your jeans like we do and you're not using padded flats, but let's say you're putting them in the bread bags and then into that cardboard priority envelope, the lowest you're going to get that for is $7.60. On Pirate Ship, that is $7.60. If you have Top Rated Seller Plus on eBay and you get all the discounts, it's $7.60. For some sellers on eBay, that cardboard is going to be a little more expensive because they're not getting as many discounts. Your shipping costs as a seller on eBay rely on many different things. But my point is, if you're charging your buyer $7.60, eBay is still taking right around 15% out of that $7.16. So, you can even look at the math with me. $7, and then they take their 15. It's give or take a little. I do 15% for ease of math. So now you're paying out of pocket that $1.14 difference for the shipping. So what you should be doing is charging your buyer $8. eBay takes their fees. You're still paying out of pocket. So you may even want to do $9. I think my friend David does $9. And then, he's making a nickel. So just keep that in mind. I know a lot of people do a flat rate of $8 right across the board. But after fees, you're still paying a little bit for the shipping. I don't think a lot of people think about that or break it down. So you might want to be doing $9, or you might want to just be building $10 into your price and doing free shipping. Okay. Levi's 550 relaxed bootcut jeans. I love 550s. These are women's. I do get about 40 to 45 for these on eBay. And then men's a little bit more sometimes. Currently on eBay, I am running 30% off. You guys know that. We're entertaining a little bit lower of offers. We're dropping prices drastically and clearancing out our poop. I'm not having that mentality on Poshmark because these buyers are still shopping and they're still willing to buy stuff. So I'm just doing offers and stuff as I normally would. However, the items that we're clearancing on eBay, we're also putting on Poshmark. And then with the buyer paying shipping, we're still making a little bit more. Judy Blue boot cut. I love Judy Blue. How I love I'm looking for these jeans in this brand, Judy Blue, since 2017 when I was first told about that. And I never saw them. I never found them in the wild. And I have thrifted in South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida, Nevada, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts. I think there's a couple other states I've been in where I've thrifted. I've never seen Judy Blue, not even in a thread box. Suddenly, after we moved back to Pittsburgh, one of my trips to Salvation Army, I found a stack. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw that reel I put out. I found a stack of Judy Blue, like a whole bunch, like 10 pairs. And some were used and some were new with tags. And now almost every week when I go there, I find a pair or two. It's like I open the faucet. So yeah, these sold for $32. These are new with tags, so they sold for $40. So that's two of the Judy Blues. I was so excited to finally find them. It was like my holy grail, right? So these new with tags were listed, on eBay for $50. I think $60 maybe even. All right, Levi's 505 men's, $28 on an offer. This Vintage Friends t-shirt. I was going to keep it for myself, but it didn't quite fit. And I'm also not really that big of a fan of pullover sweatshirts. I like the ones that, you wrap around like a coat and zip up. And also this doesn't have a hood. I was really tempted to keep this for myself though, because if you know anything about me, this is like my comfort show. I love this show. But I like hoods on my sweatshirts. So I did pick it up for 99 cents with the intention of keeping it for myself, but I decided to sell it. It sold for $16. Next up, we have an NBA Charlotte Hornets messenger bag. So this is super duper old. This was from a wholesale lot we got, back in 19 maybe. And it was in a bunch of unlisted inventory that we moved with us to Florida. And it got photographed and listed in Florida, and then somehow it fell off of eBay when I was doing the inventory after we moved here and double checking everything. I noticed it wasn't listed. I listed it and it sold on Poshmark for $18. White House Black Market. This is still an okay brand. I think it has fallen from grace. It's kind of like your lower end bread and butter brand. I remember this brand when we first started was like a bolo, but you know what I always say about brands that are good, everybody and their brother's got to be a turd, race to the bottom and ruin it, and soon we will have no good brands left. Gap. I love Gap. I let these go for $16 because on eBay I let them go for $20 all the time, free ship. So $16 on Poshmark is good. These are size 12. I don't really get particular with styles and sizes when it comes to Gap, Old Navy, and American Eagle. I find that those brands have a loyal enough following that it doesn't really, there's somebody that's going to wear that size and that style and that's going to buy it. Those three brands are just my solid bread and butters. This is a Ralph Lauren purple label. So this is a bolo. This is a holy grail. When we first learned about these several years ago, they were comping for 80, 90, sometimes 100 on eBay. I believe the starting price on these, actually I can tell you. I'm going to tell you what we started them at. I have to look at the SKU line to do that. Just to give you another just basic idea of what happens when everybody races to the bottom. $50. So we wanted $50 for this. And I'm telling you, when we first learned about these purple labels, they were 80 to 100. So even obscure, like this Ralph Lauren purple label is hard to find. You're not going to find it all the time. It really is like a couple times in a lifetime find, a holy grail. That has gone down almost 50% of what it used to be worth maybe 4 years ago. This is why you should not race to the bottom. Because now, what's left to sell that's worth money, guys, when everybody's doing this? I know I keep harping on this, but it needs to be taught. Especially, I know a lot of new resellers watch this channel. It needs to be taught. You need to learn this. And if you're a veteran reseller and you haven't learned it yet, maybe with repetition you'll learn. Times are tough. Inflation is happening. People don't have as much money to shop. Price your Ralph Lauren at $100 and run a 50% off sale and sell it for $50. Then when the inflation's over and the economy rights itself, we can all go back to not running the sales and just putting them at $100. Does that make sense? All right, last but not least, this was our first sale of the new year. New at Tags Adriana Goldschmied jeans. These came from the same Salvation Army as the Judy Blues. I love that place. Let me just tell you, I find and I find and I find stuff there. I have like usually a cart just overflowing of bread and butter and then loaded down with BOGO brands at half off. Boy, do I love sourcing here. All right, so yeah, Adriana, you want to pick these up even if you find them used. This is a good brand, Adriana Goldschmied. Of course, these were new at Tags and had a print, and they're cute. But that wraps up the highlights from our Posh sales in January. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about selling on Poshmark or anything I talked about in this video or anything at all, that's what the comment section is for. Go be productive, guys. Go make some money. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.